right, so about a week ago, I was doing a meditation and I had this overwhelming sense that I needed to read the Gnostic Gospels. And not only did I need to read it, but I felt like God or the universe was telling me that I should be reading it to others. So even though this sounds crazy, even saying it, I am rolling with it. So all I do know is the time that I've listened to that still small voice, it has never steered me wrong. I also feel like maybe I'll learn something, maybe you'll learn something. So if you want to follow along, feel free. But I started like a spiritual journey, I don't know, about 8 years ago, but really delved in about 5 years ago. And then the more that I've been like on this journey, I've realized that like I grew up in church. So I realized like maybe like some of these people got it wrong. And like I actually kind of feel bad for them because the more spiritual I've gotten, the closer to God I've gotten. And I grew up thinking some of these things were like woo-woo, and they're not. Like so many things lead to God and to love. And the more I've gotten into this recently, I discovered about the Gnostic Gospels, and somebody told me that's just like the more spiritual aspect of the Bible that was like removed, and essentially because people feared it. So that actually like piqued some more curiosity, because that's kind of like where I've been at. Like sometimes you're like, oh man, I don't want to talk about this because like this is deep and people don't get this deep, but I realized that maybe some people do. So if you're one of those people and you want to follow along, you can start watching this either on YouTube or on my TikTok. But I'm just gonna right now I'm reading from the complete collection, the Gnostic Gospels, featuring rejected Gospels of Thomas, Philip, Truth, Judas, Mary Magdalene, and 10 additional Gospels. So some of them have copyrights and some of them don't. I'm gonna read like word for word verbatim, the ones that are open public that I can read. Other ones I'll probably read, summarize, and like talk about it, like how I feel about it. I have no clue what I'm not like seeking. I don't really know. Like I'm not really sure, but I'm sure I'll learn something, and I'm sure it'll bring me closer to God no matter what. But anywho, so in case you're new to this too, I made some notes. So what is Gnosticism? Gnosticism is an ancient spiritual belief system from the early centuries of Christianity. It teaches that the material world was created by a lesser flawed divinity called the Demiurge, rather than the true, supreme, divine being. According to the Gnostic thought, the true God is distant and unknowable, and Jesus was sent as a messenger to share hidden knowledge, gnosis, that can awaken the divine spark within each person and help them escape the material world to reunite with the higher spiritual realm. Gnosticism was considered heretical by the early Christian church because it challenged mainstream teachings about creation, divinity, and salvation. So even though I'm not like 100% sure what that means, or even if I agree with it yet, I find it fascinating. So let me see the other little part in this introduction that I found that might be helpful or useful. So it says the Gnostic Gospels ripple through philosophy, psychology, and culture. Carl Jung saw their symbolic depth as a mirror to the psyche's quest for wholeness, likening gnosis to interpreting self's hidden layers. His insights resonates with modern therapies focused on self-awareness, framing these texts as timeless guides. Popular narratives echo their introspective ethos. One text calls to self-knowledge finds parallels and stories of awakening from films to literature, captivating audiences seeking authenticity. Their visions of liberation challenge rigid doctrines, appealing to spiritual seekers who value fluidity. These texts enrich contemporary dialogues about faith's complexity, showing early Christianity as a mosaic of perspectives. They invite reflection on questions like identity, divinity, purpose that remain urgent, bridging ancient wisdom to modern aspirations. Their enduring voice underscores the human drive to seek meaning beyond convention. The Gnostic Gospels unveils the Gospels of Thomas, Philip, Truth, Judas, Mary Magdalene, and many more, offering a gateway to early Christianity's diverse voices. Their narratives of self-discovery, cosmic mystery, and spiritual defiance beckon readers to question and explore. As you delve into these pages, let their timeless inquiries into knowledge and divinity illuminate the vibrant paths of ancient faith. Ooh, I feel like I like that so much. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to read. Also, I've got a couple of definitions that I looked up, or that I know will come up, just so you'll hear them, and I might reference them again. Also, I should say, I'm not like the best reader like in the world. So if that bothers you, you probably just shouldn't listen to this. And I'm probably going to mispronounce words, probably several times. And I might also stop to like look up words because like that, like sometimes I'm like, oh, I think I know what that means, but let me see in this context. So one that'll come up is proselite. Proselite is a person who has converted from one belief, faith, or religion to another, often through persuasion or preaching. Let's see, ecclesiastical, relating to the Christian church or its clergy. And heresy is a belief or opinion, or heresy, a belief or opinion that goes against the established teachings or doctrines of religious group. So anywho, so here we go, that's the intro. I hope you enjoy and we'll see where this takes us.